This is continuous coverage.
Continuous coverage.
In the trial of Daybell-Vallow Daybell from the Hidden Killers podcast.
Hidden Killers podcast.
I'm Tony Bruschi. Thanks for joining us. This morning's testimony in the trial of Daybell-Vallow Daybell focused on forensic accounting, taking a detailed look at the finances of Lori and Chad Daybell to see what it revealed. And the answers were quite damning. This taking place on the 19th of April, 2023. As the courtroom drama unfolded in that trial, there was a string of mysterious deaths, suspicious financial activity, and a twisted web of deception, all playing hand in hand. The case centering around the disappearance, of course, of Daybell-Vallow's two children, Tylee Ryan and Joshua J.J. Vallow, and the death of Chad Daybell's wife, Tammy Daybell. Forensic accountant Michael Douglas, who examined the couple's financial records, testified in the trial, shedding light on the series of unusual transactions and events leading up to and following the deaths. We're going to go through that in detail in just a moment. His testimony, along with records presented by Rexburg Police Detective Chuck Kusantis, reveal a disturbing timeline, painting a bleak picture of greed, manipulation, and tragedy. Some of those key events in the timeline include the following. On September 8th of 2019, Tammy Daybell's life insurance increased, and it was requested to increase just months before her death. October 8th, 2019, Chad Daybell attempted to refinance his house. October and November of 2019, the life insurance payouts were deposited into Chad's bank account, which were then used for large purchases, including a family trip to Knott's Berry Farm. Between 9:50 and 10 a.m. on the day of the search of Chad's property, 3 transfers of $8,000 each were made from Chad's Mountain America bank account to 3 of his children, leaving around $4,400 in his account. Daybell-Vallow's financial activity, too, raised quite a bit of eyebrows. August 26 of 2018, Daybell-Vallow received $60,000 in death benefits from the life insurance policy of Tylee's father, Joe Ryan. August 12th of 2019, Lori changed her own $2 million life insurance policy, making her son Colby the sole beneficiary. And in September of 2019, JJ's Social Security funds began to be paid into Lori's account following the death of his father, Charles Vallow. As for the children, Tylee and JJ, in September of 2019, Tylee's Social Security benefits were redirected to Lori's account instead of her own. October 19th through January of 2020, deposits were made in Lori's BBVA bank account in the months following the deaths of Tylee and JJ, with separate payments for each child and for Lori herself. Douglas further revealed that Chad and Lori appeared to have purchased flights for each other using Lori's accounts, while Chad's own account remained relatively untouched. Moreover, Lori was found to have made multiple attempts to purchase wedding rings for herself and Chad on Amazon. She sat taking notes as this information was being read to the jury in court today. An interesting note about the rings: they were purchased through Amazon through her dead husband Charles Vallow's account and were even looked at prior to their deaths. Another unsettling detail comes from an email Lori sent to her accountant on September 9th, 2019, just hours after their investigation that believing Tylee was buried in Chad's backyard. The email inquired about forwarding tax returns to Lori's new address. These revelations, combined with other evidence presented in the trial, weave a very sinister tale of deceit, manipulation, and cold calculation in the lives of Chad Daybell and Daybell-Vallow. As the case continues, the truth behind the tragic deaths of Tylee, JJ, and Tammy will hopefully come to light, bringing justice and closure to the families affected by this heartbreaking story. We will keep you up to date with courtroom audio, more interviews, and testimony as we have it here. Press subscribe so you don't miss any of it. I'm Tony Bruschi. Stay with us.
This is continuous coverage.
Continuous coverage.
In the trial of Daybell-Vallow Daybell from the Hidden Killers podcast.
Hidden Killers podcast.